Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Ali Rahman and I am back with the complete step-by-step tutorial of Deadpool drawing as promised. First of all, I would like to thank you all for your awesome response on time-lapse video. It really means a lot to me. I recorded each and every step in this video and it was really an awesome experience for me. And I hope it will turn out well for you guys. So without any further delay, let's get started. For this specific sketch, I am going to use these 4 types of pencils. If you don't have this specific pencil, you can use a little darker or a light shade. For example, if you don't have this 3B pencil, you can use a 4B pencil or 2B pencil. It will work the same. So let's start by drawing a perfect outline with this B pencil. I already drew this simple outline to minimize the time duration of this tutorial. And I use grid technique for all of my artworks. And this video was suggested by one of my subscribers, Draw with Aradhya. Now add some base shade in this portion using the same B pencil. Make sure to keep the pressure constant on the pencil during shading. Now blend this shade using a brush or a tissue paper. Now take your 3B pencil and add some darker shade on this left portion of the head and blend the shade. Let's darken these outlines using a B pencil. I'm using this mechanical pencil because I hate sharpening the tip again and again. If you have a mechanical pencil, you can use it for this purpose. Or if you are using a wooden graphite pencil, you will have to keep the tip sharp during this whole process. Moving on to the eyes, Make sure to keep the proportion of the eyes perfect. Okay, as we are done with the fine outlines, let's fill this left eye patch with 7B pencil. Make sure to leave some space for highlights. Repeat the same process on the right side. Now blend both the shades with dry brush technique. Don't use tissue paper here on the dark shades. Okay, let's add some highlights on these eye patches or whatever it is. I am using a Tombow Mono Zero eraser for this purpose. If you don't have this eraser, you can make one at home. Click this I button here after this video. So we are done with the highlights. Let's add some shades in the corner of the eyes. You don't have to use a pencil here, just take a small brush and blend the shade around the corners. And here you go. Okay, let's add some base shade on this right side using a 3B pencil. Make sure to darken the shade on this lower part by increasing the pressure on the pencil. Now blending the shade with the dry brush technique. Now take your 7B pencil and darken the outline of the finger. Okay, let's add some base shades with B pencil. You have to make this shape of nose with shading. Now take your 5B pencil and add some shade on this lower part and blend the shade. Now take 7B pencil and fill half of the finger with a darker shade. Then take your B pencil or mechanical pencil and add this type of textures in the finger. You don't have to be precise in this case, just add some random textures like this and it will look cool. Now shade the portion using B pencil. You can also draw this outline if you want, but we will shade it after the swords and bag. So moving on to the swords portion, draw a simple outline first with any pencil you want. Make sure to keep the line straight, or you can use a scale if you want. Now add some darker shade in the middle part using 7B pencil. And add some lighter shade on the left side. You can also use 5B pencil for this shade. Now add some highlight in the middle part of the handle, but make sure to keep it dull. Repeat the same process on the other one. Now add some highlights on the tip after shading it lightly. Okay, let's make an outline for the bag and fill it with 7B pencil. Now draw some outlines with 7B pencil as you can see in this video. Okay, let's add some shade in the shoulder using 5B pencil and blend the shade with a dry brush. Now add some highlights on the edges using Tombow Mono or any sharp tip razor you have. Repeat the same shading techniques for bag. Now make some outlines for the gloves using a 3B or B pencil. Adding some shadows on each finger. Now add some base shade using a 7B pencil. Now make these lines darker with 7B pencil and also darken the shadows. Now blend the shade with a brush. Remember, don't use a tissue or blending stump on this darker shade. Now add some highlights on the edges using a sharp tip razor. And here you go. I have invested so much time making this video for you, and it will be a really big help if you share it with your friends and give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to share your suggestions for next superhero drawing. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.